Hey guys, my name is Bando, this is Breakfast Bando, and it's Thursday once again. And we have 3 articles to review today, which is quite cool. So we all knew that this was going to be another Heresy Thursday of Legions Imperialis, and they have not disappointed. It is again, indeed, Legions Imperialis. Heresy Thursday, deliver and destroy with new Legions Imperialis tank. Okay, it's Spartans. I think I speak pretty fairly for everyone. Thanks to AOD, I think we're all pretty bored of Spartans. I think Spartans are no longer as cool as they used to be. Back when they were like a bajillion pound resin model, they were kind of unique, they were kind of rare, it was kind of cool to see them around. Now everyone has one. Spartans have lost all of their allure and they're just a thing now. They're almost an auto-include in people's armies because they're just so common. This adaptation of Arkan Land's powerful Land Raider is finally revealed in epic scale. Built on a sturdy and reliable chassis, this track terror both protects and destroys equally well. It's a pack of 4 plastic Spartans. The only difference between them is the weapon on them. You can get... oh no, it does appear to be just las cannons on there. There's obviously some sort of sponce or turret cupola weapons. But the laser destroyer has a different model, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they've done that. I wish they'd done that for the full-sized model. All it is it's the las cannons are tilted 45 degrees. Cool. There isn't much. It's a really short article. Nice piece of artwork. I like this piece of artwork. But there isn't much. It's very bland. It's very boring. These sorts of articles are... This is a shame. In fact, a lot of this is very weird because we all know Spartans, we all know Rhinos, we all know Predators, we all know Javelins, and Proteus Speeders, and everything else. These are all things we see in full-scale Heresy. And it's a bit of a shame that this is what they're focusing on. Because what we really should be seeing is the stuff that you wouldn't normally be seeing in Age of Darkness. It would be better if these articles were focusing on super heavy tanks, on detachments which would be very, very rare. So, knights and, huge flyers, that sort of thing. Show us off like Thunderhawk transporters, Storm Ravens, that sort of thing. Glaives, falchions, anything that would not be used in a regular, a kind of normal pickup game of Heresy. What if I was to write this article myself personally, it would have been something along the lines of Heresy Thursday, deliver and destroy with Legion Imperialis tanks, and I would have shown the Spartans, I would have showed the Land Raiders, I would have showed the Land Raider Explorators, Predators, Rhinos, Whirlwinds, all of them, every tank in one article. I would have showed that you got to show the sprues, show the box off maybe. I assume this is going to be the box art. It's nice that they are using a different Legion for it as well, so people don't get confused. I hope that the boxes are nice and clearly labelled, as there isn't any confusion, because that would really, really annoy me. If I was a kid and I was like, oh, my granny's bought me a Land Raider Spartan, that's great, and if I got this instead of a full-scale Spartan, I'd be a little bit miffed. And on the flip side, I'd be a bit miffed if I got a regular Spartan if I was expecting to get, some of these. Especially because of probably the price difference. The price difference is going to be really interesting because the value of this is... I don't know. I the scale of the models in plastic, I can't imagine. It's going to cost £30, £30 or £40 for this is what I expect Games Workshop to be charging. But if you break it down and think about it, £10 for a a matchbox-sized plastic tank without any options, or with very little options, is a little bit painful. I mean, it's fine if we are playing a 5,000 point of game of Heresy at this scale, and maybe I'm not needing as much. But if I'm playing the scale up of an epic game, I don't know. This is a bit. I'm worried. I need to see the prices. A lot of this game's future hinges on the prices, in my opinion. I can't fault the model. They've got lesser detail where they need it, but it is quite clearly, it reads as a Spartan. I'm wondering if we can swap out these weapons at the front here. They don't appear to be. They all seem to have las cannons. So maybe not. They, have the turrets open, which is cool. And they clearly have different weapons for that. So I'm assuming that's going to be just a standardised vehicle sprue. Man, I hope this is like 4 parts to put together, because if it's a lot of bits and it's going to be fiddly, I'm just going to hate it. That's one thing I like about like Warlord games, resin tanks. It's 2 tracks, the main hull, the turret, and you stick the gun in. And that's basically it, unless there's some details. They're really easy and quick to get built. Same with like Flames of War tanks. That's like upper hull, which has the tracks already on it. Lower hull with the tracks, upper hull clicks in place, turret, gun in, and that's it. And that's a similar scale to this. Because they know you need, dozens of these things, and you don't want to spend ages building them. I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with these painting-wise. I'm looking forward to some of the bigger creators getting their hands on. There's those guys who really are masters of their art. Because I don't like their Death Guard scheme on this. It just strikes me as a bit lazy. I wish they were showing off the Iron Hands side of things a bit more. It looks like we get micro decals in there as well. I'll be interested in getting my hands on the decal sheet, if I'm going to be honest. Because lots of tiny decals are really good for adding personalised details to a lot of units. I don't know if you've seen my Ultramarines, you'll know that I put the decals everywhere on them. So that's it. That's Heresy Thursday. Yeah, it's epic, so I don't really care. It's a tiny article. It's far too short. It doesn't show enough off. There's no in-game shots. There's 2 pictures. One's a piece of art, which is a nice piece of art. P.S. Please start posting these up in full resolution so we can steal them for backgrounds. I'll be using this for the thumbnail probably. But it's too low effort. It's very, very low effort. This is... An intern knocked this up in 20 minutes. So let's look at 2 other articles that came out today. How to model heavier weapons onto your Mark III Space Marines. Okay, we got the upcoming Mark III Space Marines coming out, and they're showing us that they're compatible with the Mark VI, or the Legion Special and Heavy weapons. First things first. This is really good. Showing off these models in a different colour scheme or configuration. Spot on. These are painted by Les from the studio. Brilliant. They've used the upgrade parts, they've got decals in there, they've got upgrade parts from the Mark VI sprue, or I guess we're going to have to call it something else now, the Legion Command sprue, I suppose. And they've obviously got las cannons. Painted as Dark Angels. Brilliant. This is the sort of thing that should be in every article. 2 or 3 colour schemes in each article. If this had shown some Land Raiders in Blood Angels colours, or in Ultramarines, or Dark Angels, or Iron Hands, anyone, it would have been a better article. Just one more picture would have been better. A picture on a road with 2 of these and then a couple of Predators on fire and they're rolling past them. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Put them next to the infantry so we can see how big they are compared to a normal Space Marine. Much better. So this, and then they've included the instructions, which I quite like, It's showing us that, yeah, the arms work with the special weapons and the heavy weapons. Okay. This is an okay... I mean, I like that this is done. Well done. Okay? if these were not compatible with the special and heavy weapons, and then they re-released the special and heavy weapons as a different kit, I'd be very disappointed. So as is, I'm very happy with this so far. And then we get to this part number 52, the Vambrace. Now, as a person who likes Mark III armour and who's added Mark III armour to a lot of his armies, I used to cut the Vambrace off spare arms anyway and stick them to things. So the inclusion of however many per sprue Vambraces is very good. This is very forward thinking. It's clever. You know, it's not clever. It's the minimum amount of forethought needed. This is so weird. Like, how much credit do you give someone for doing their job? You know, you don't really go into a room that's being cleaned by a professional cleaner and oh my god, that looks amazing, you've done such a brilliant job, if it was literally they just pushed the hoover around and done their job normally. You know, if it's they've walked into like a hoarder's pit and there was blood and shit all over the walls and they've scrubbed it clean and now it's actually presentable, that's different. What I'm talking about is like, hey, I hired you to push the hoover around and you've pushed the hoover around, thanks, that's about all you should get. This is the similar thing. This is Games Workshop doing basically the bare minimum, and that still surprises me. That's how low a bar we have nowadays. Is insane. It really is. I already have a Mark III heavy weapons team with missile launchers for my Raven Guard, so I won't. This isn't so super revolutionary to me. I've already got my Mark III teams. It's good to know for this. I'm going to be doing some Chargers or Cavaliers into the Mark III squads I get. That looks really cool. The guy walking forward with the short Cavalier, Charger. It's menacing, it's brutal, it looks cool. I like it. They're growing on me. These models are definitely growing on me. I'm sure they'll be better when people have started working with them, and I'm not looking at the horrible, horrible studio paint job, because this is horrible. Like these look infinitely better. So this is pretty good. So yeah, this is a good article. This is a much better article. If this article was like a 4 out of 10, I would say this is probably a 5.75 or a 6 out of 10. You know, a couple more pictures like, you know, maybe another unit like this from a different legion with the special weapons. You know, show us a unit with some rotor cannons or plasma guns, whatever. Would have been a better option. Just one more picture. Maybe I'm being greedy at this point. I don't know. This bit at the bottom is very weird as well. Please note that while both weapon sets are compatible with the Mark III and Mark VI kits, they have not been designed to fit easily on the older plastics. The way that reads to me is that it was specifically designed to not fit with the older plastics. Like, we made it harder to do. Which isn't true, because they fit absolutely fine. You just have to, you know, use the right arms with them. So yeah, this is a good article. And then, lastly, where was it? I thought we already had it open. Oh, there it is. If looks could kill, which mark of Space Marine power armor looks best? So they have a nice article here that goes through all the different marks of Space Marine armor. It's got some good high definition photos of different armor marks, using a lot of the black book artwork. It's even got salamanders, although this is really weird that they've gone for Mark V Heresy and they've picked one using a Mark III helmet, not the very iconic Mark V helmet, which is weird, but okay. We'll let it slide. It's Mark V armor. This is hands down one of my favourite pictures of a Raven Guard ever. That guy looks brutal. He looks cool as shit. I'm absolutely painting up a Raven Guard apothecary to look like that. I don't have any in my army at the moment. I will be stealing that look, because that's cool. This dude fucks. Mark 7 Aquila armor. Again, this is weird because technically this isn't Mark 7 Aquila armor. This guy's actually wearing Mark 4 armor. He's got rounded knee pads, but this is Mark 4 armor, not Mark 7. Mark 8 armor, yeah, Mark 8 armor's fine. I like Errant armor. Good to see Iron Hands getting used in anything. Mark 10 Tacticus, I can't stand it. I really don't like Mark 10 armor. I don't know why. There's just something about it. It just doesn't have any of the aesthetics I like about it. Ah well. But this is a cool article to read through and look at the artwork. You know, some really cool Mark 4 armor there. That's a lovely model. I've always wanted to get that. I will eventually. Classic Mark 2, you know, back before they're going to change it. This is all going to be smoothed out and just be lines, trust me. And a nice shot from the classic Burning of Prospero box set. Man, if Games Workshop wanted to make some money, they would redo just the bundles at the same price they did them. Just the models, same price they released them at. They would sell these things like mad. They really would. So, if you have some chance, 5 minutes, go and read through this article. There's some nice bits of nostalgia in there. Other than that, my name is Bando. Don't forget, if you're going to be ordering the new releases this Saturday for the pre-order, I have my Element Games reward code down the bottom in the description. If you use that at the checkout, you'll double the number of reward points you get. And if you're making a big purchase, like buying the Battalion box, those add up really, really fast. You can end up being able to purchase quite quickly, character models for free, effectively, because you can use those points to just straight up trade in for new parts, paints, models, whatever you want. I'm on Rumble. I don't know if any of you know that. I do actually upload all of these videos to Rumble. About 5 people in the entire world have ever watched them. So if you don't like supporting YouTube, because a lot of people don't at the moment, because of what they're doing with their ad blocker, banning ad blockers, please feel free to come follow me over on Rumble. It should be, if you search Breakfast with Bando, you'll find it. I'm on Instagram, the link is in the description. If you want to see some of the posts of my miniatures as I'm working on them, you can always come follow me there. And you can always find me on the Bolter and Chainsword. I'll be usually hiding down in the Heresy subforum, and it's under the name Sarabando. So, that being said, I'm Sarabando. This is Breakfast with Bando. And, happy Thursday. Have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye.